Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic is Satan. All right, brothers and sisters. The enemy, which is the devil, which is Massa, which is the one who brought us here, took us from our land, and has enslaved and afflicted us for 400 years. He has stripped us of all knowledge, taken you from a righteous Muslim to a confused Christian. He has made us ignorant, dumb, deaf, and blind, unable to see what's going on right in front of you. He has made us she and he. These devils have made us illiterate to our own vision, which is the Abrahamic covenant, which is our vision that says we will return home and they will be judged after 400 years, and we will be here in a strange land that is not ours, and they will be judged and we will leave out and we will separate from them. So they have made sure that we were uneducated and uneducated on this vision, because it said that people without a vision would perish. So that is indeed their task. That is indeed their agenda 24/7 around the clock, is to annihilate you, brothers and sisters. So they have made us blind to the truth, which is our vision, and has replaced it with the American dream, which a dream is not a vision, and their dream, the American dream, is 100% against you and is tailored to your destruction. And that is exactly what they want, is to destroy you. So they're going to continue to keep you blind, uneducate you, or mislead you into being educated the right direction, because the direction you are headed is complete destruction, which is pushing Massa's vision, the American dream, which is all these things that that they have us distracted by: entertainment, video games, which is another form of entertainment. You see, clubbing, drinking, smoking, buying cars, buying houses, trying to keep up with the Joneses. You see, all these things are all to destroy you, because it's against your nature, brothers and sisters. And these people have blinded us, meaning everything that you believe is false, because they taught you. They're the ones who programmed you. They're the ones who educated you to be ignorant to your vision. They're the ones who programmed you to be programmed you into niggas. America made niggas. We were not those. We were righteous Muslims. We had our own names, religion, culture, all those things. And they stripped us of everything. Gave you a new name. Gave you Massa's name. You see? They sodomized you. You see? Fed your children to gators. Caged your children. Raped your women. You see? Took you from your land. Took everything from you. Took your dignity from you. completely dehumanized you, called you three-fifths of a human. Still consider that today. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, the enemy's job is to completely destroy you, to keep you confused, to make you believe that thinking illogical is a great idea, which is not. Anything that is illogical is tailored to destroy and target your brain, which destroys you. What better way to destroy an enemy than to destroy his mind and then annihilate him all in one? So these devils have told you that you can't see what's going on in front of you, that you can't see the truth, that devils and demons and Satan and Lucifer and all these things are invisible entities that you can't see, that you're fighting them. You see, and you can't see them. You see, you gotta pray, even though prayers don't work. Heaven don't exist. God never came and died for your sins 2,000 years ago. That was all a lie. You see, they keep hitting you with lies, but they keep attacking you with lies, and they keep telling you to believe in fairy tale and mysteries, which is destroying you, brothers and sisters, and keeping you under their control. So my job is to educate you, to give you the knowledge, to reverse what they have done, which is give you the ability to see. Because they have told you everything is invisible, and now I'm here to tell you the opposite, that everything is indeed 100% visible. So brothers and sisters, devils are physical humans. They're Caucasian man and woman who have enslaved and inflicted you. Demons are physical humans. They're black-faced children during the time of the Holocaust. During the 400 years of servitude and affliction, they have raped our black women and produced their own black-faced children, which they look like me and you, but they're not us. They're a cancer to our community, and they are destroying our body and causing corruption and friction and causing a lot of crime and confusion and causing us to misuse our energy. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, these things are very visible and you can see them, but they're telling you that so you won't see it, so you don't know that it's right in front of you. So you won't know that they're the enemies. So the enemy has blinded you the enemy has blinded you for his benefit to destroy you. Because if you see him, you can move out the way. Once you get the right information, you know how to move out the way. You know how to you can remove yourself from their control. You elevate and destroy them, because your elevation is their destruction. So they need you to be blind. They need you to stay in the condition you are in to continue to destroy you. So brothers and sisters, devils and demons are physical people, and so is Satan. And Satan is false Israel. So that's what we're doing, brothers and sisters, here to open your eyes, reveal and expose and address the truth. You see, to directly target our enemies and magnify and penetrate and narrow down on these enemies, which is the devil, which is these demons, which is Satan. So Satan is our enemy, and he is totally against us. False Israel is totally against you. They have stolen your identity. These are the ones that they're the so-called true seed of Abraham, which the world is structured around that idea. And false Israel was set up initially to prove that they were the true seed of Abraham and not us. Because when the messenger came, he proclaimed that we were, and American Britain countered his claim by setting false Israel up to protect themselves from being discovered as wicked devils who was and still is terrorizing God's people. So false Israel is not who they claim to be. They are indeed false. They are not the seed of Abraham. They are Satan, who was set up by the devils to steal our inheritance and rob our nation. So we are indeed the blessed ones, but everyone else is living in right. We are indeed the blessed ones. Let's just stick there. But false Israel is claiming to be the blessed one. So everybody is blessing them. See? Everybody's blessing the wrong people. And it said, bless those who bless Israel and curse those who curse Israel. So people are cursing us because they believe we're cursed ham, meant to be slaves forever, and we're nothing. You see? So they set up this entity or these people to bless, to set their balance straight, because their mental was off. Their mental balance was off. How they felt was off. So they needed to paint that picture for you so you could see, so they could see. You see? So it can make them feel better. It's like therapy. They had to set the record straight. They had to set up their own thing, right, to counter what was going on, so they can feel back at ease, so they can feel back in control, so they can have, so that, you see, they set up their own reality. So they make themselves look good. They make themselves look as holy and pure and white, and that God loved them. And you see, so it says bless those who bless Israel. So they set up Israel and they bless Israel. So now they feel blessed because they're blessing God's chosen people, so-called chosen people. But people don't realize that false Israel is not who he claims to be. It said Satan would masquerade as an angel of light. He would come and disguise himself as an angel, but he was indeed Satan. You see? God even said so himself, that he was no good, that none of them was good. These devils and demons, none of them are good. Not one of them. That's what the scriptures say. It says that they are all under sin. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There is none that understand. Can't understand what I'm saying right now, that they're Satan, that they're wicked, that they're evil, that they're devils. You see, they think they're good. They think they're all right. They think they're blessed. They think they're on their way to heaven, but they're destined for hell. You see, their fate is sealed, which is hell. And there is none that seek after God, because they had no fear of God before their eyes. They're all wicked. They're all sick, twisted. You see? And they're going to be exposed as hideous monsters. And it says that they all have turned aside, and that all together, it says that they are all together become worthless. There is none that does good. None. Not even the demons who look like me and you. None of them. The devils, demons, Satan, none of them. It says not so much as one. And it says that he would that Satan is the god of this world. It says, and for those who do not know the deep of Satan and do not understand the teaching of this, that Satan has stolen your identity. You see? So that's what we're doing here, brothers and sisters. Breaking down Satan, exposing Satan, chipping at that mask, chipping at the face of Satan, and peeling back and breaking down the mask and revealing Satan. And you see, shining that light, bright, shining that light on this situation, revealing the truth that America and Britain is hiding behind Satan. They're hiding behind that image that they built. So we're knocking the face off Satan. You see, because they had built or established this image to hide. You see? So now the actions are speaking louder than their words. They were claiming to be this, claiming to be that, and now everyone sees them for being exactly who they are. No good devils. No good Satan. That's who they are. You see? It said God. Jesus said it himself. He said your father is a devil. You see? And their ways were contrary from his. And they wished to kill him. It said that your father is man killers. You see, made to make mischief and shed blood. That you see, that you don't have it in you. That you see, that you're not like me. You don't have the same. You can't understand what's going on. You don't like the words of God. You don't like to hear the truth. You don't like to hear. It said truth shall set you free. And they were confused on that because they didn't have the brain to understand. They weren't built that way. They were wicked, evil. You see, their ways were contrary from Jesus, and he pointed them out, and they wanted to stone him to death because they wanted to point him out as if he was wicked and he was a devil. But that's the way they look at it, because they're wicked and evil, and we're righteous and good, and all these things, right? So you are evil. So they're evil to us, and to us they're, and to them we're evil. So, but they are really evil. You get what I'm saying? Like, they were made wicked. That's who they are. They were made weak and wicked. These devils were made weak and wicked. The skunk of the planet Earth. You see? They said they would be removed. All of them will be removed. We won't even waste the time trying to graft them back. And they said they grafted, meaning they had no place in this natural in this reality. I mean, they have no natural order here. You understand? Everyone has a place and they fit in, but they don't, because they have to be told what to do. They have to bring forth prophets to keep them on track, to keep their discipline. You see, to tell them what to do, how to do it. You see, and everyone, everything in this world has a place and knows what to do. You don't have to tell a bee what to do. You don't have to tell an ant what to do. That's what I'm trying to get to, brothers. This is a relay that you have to come and raise them up, raise their level of discipline up, and tell them what to do, and give them guidance and show them what they have to do, because they don't have a natural order in this reality. They don't fit in. They don't have a place because they're grafted. So we're not going to waste time trying to graft them back. You see? So that's what I said. They all have become worthless. You see? And like I said, they set these people up to counter our claim, to make themselves look good. You see? And so people blessing them, and they blessing the wrong ones. So they kind of find out that we the blessed ones. Our people are blessed and they don't know it. See? And we were told differently, but that's okay, because our people are going to find out soon that we are the true seed of Abraham. And we're going to rise up as a great nation. You see? And those who cursed us will pay, because we're in a time of judgment, which they knew that once 1619, 2019 came, and the plague didn't, 1619, 2019, 2020 year of judgment, which is 400 years. They knew that when the plague didn't pass over them. It said kill the elderly, kill the firstborn, meaning the elderly, but pass over those with the lamb's blood, meaning it had to be original, had the same DNA as the lamb. So when it didn't pass over false Israel, when it didn't pass over these devils, and they start dropping like flies, when it's supposed to pass over them, right? Because they're God's so-called chosen people. So it should have passed over them, but it didn't. And they was dropping like flies, and they were being affected. You see? And you can check the World Health Organization, which would prove that they were dropping like flies, and it passed over Black Africa, it passed over Haiti, it passed over those people, because just like it was passing over us here in America, the blacks, the original blacks, the demons were dropping like flies, like their devil daddies, but the original blacks were fine, just like those in Africa and Haiti, because those are our brothers. You see, they had the same DNA, which was proof that we were the ones who had the lamb's blood. We were the ones who, meaning you had to be original, and they're not original. You see, they're Satan. Their father is the devil. They're wicked. They're evil. You see, they seek after Satan. They seek after the works of Satan. It said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. And what have they done? What have they done? Steal, kill, destroy, take other people's things, oppress people, make people miserable for years. This is what they do. And they partner with the same people. America, a person who kill, steal, destroy, molest, pedophile, rapists, slave owners, you see, complete murderers and thieves, you see, people who molest women and children and commit genocide, and you see, hang, kill, burn, eat humans. See, these are the people who are partnered with God's so-called chosen people. So they're a reflection of each other. And you see, and they support one another. And they have to, because they built this image. American Britain built this image to protect themselves. So they have to go along with it. So false Israel is being exposed for not being such great holy people. And they're being exposed, and they don't give a damn, because I explained to you when the plague didn't pass over them, they knew what time they were in. They knew that their time was limited, and they had to make a move. So now they don't give a damn, because they know that their time is limited, and they had to go in they had to go in now, because they This is the sign for them that they ass is in trouble, that they got to break a move, or it's either them or us. So they had to make a move now. They know that their time is limited. So all these people, on top of all things will fail for them at the beginning of 2020, and that's what's been happening. You see, everything that you see happening to them is a reaction from all the things that they've done. Is a reaction to all the actions that they've done. All their actions are now here. You see, he says you reap what you sow. So now everything you see to them they deserve. You see, and it said that they would inherit everything that they say they would inherit. So it's like a boomerang, boom, come back at them. Everything they do, everything you see them doing to people, attacking Yemen, attacking the Houthis, attacking the Palestinians, attacking these people and oppressing and doing all these things, and putting them in, you see, stopping them from getting natural resources and getting food and water and electricity, and then putting them under siege. It said that they'll inherit everything that they do and say. They're the ones they're doing all these things and saying all these things, and in the end, you're going to see the end result. It's going to all backfire on them, and they'll be doing it, and they'll be the ones who's destroyed. You see? So that's why it says as many ones as not are having the teaching this. You don't understand. You see? Who do not know the deep of Satan. Satan, he came to just kill, steal, destroy, confuse, deceive the people. You see? Had you believing that he was an angel, had you believing that he was the truth, that he was the way, and if you didn't believe in him, then you was going to hell. You see? And if you don't believe in him, then you don't believe in God, because God said that he was the one that put him in that land, but he didn't. You see? They took that land by force. You see? They said God said they had peace. They haven't had a day of peace since they took the land. You see? So these people are not who they claim to be. They have stolen our identity, which will be exposed. And they're going to be exposed as Satan and us, the true seed of Abraham. You see? And they don't want that exposed. They don't want nobody to know that their business. They don't want nobody to know that they're not who they claim to be. But it's automatically coming out because everybody's seeing their works. They said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. They're evil. You see? No one's buying it anymore. They're blowing up innocent women and children. You see? That's what they're on. You see? And it's only going to get worse. These things are just the beginning. It gets worse than this, brothers and sisters. And not only that, brothers and sisters, this is our vision, which is supposed to be their vision. They're supposed to be able to fit this description, which they don't. And it says here that they will be in a land that is not theirs. But they claim that they were the ones that God delivered in Egypt, right? So if you look at Egypt, Egypt is in the Middle East. So if you look at if you look at the map, Egypt is next door to Palestine. That's not foreign. That's the same. That's next door. That's you at home. You see? So that doesn't make sense. So you have to go from east to west or west to east. So this is another identification that they're not the seed of Abraham. They're fakes. They're phonies. They're imposters. Then it says here that they should have to serve and to be afflicted for 400 years, which they told Jesus that when he said the truth has set you free, and they said, what? We never been enslaved by any man. We never been in bondage by any man. So they proved it there that they were not ever in bondage. You see, and what happened to them with the so-called Holocaust, which was nothing, which was deserved. Because they betrayed their country, they betrayed Germany in losing World War I against Britain. See? So they've been playing a sympathy card, but they deserve to be burnt up and killed like they was because they were traitors. And that's a universal concept for anybody who betrayed a country. To die. Death. Being killed. So what was going on was the right thing to do because they betrayed their country. They're traitors. You see? So either way it go, they've never been in bondage to any man, so they don't fit this category. It said that they would come out after 400 years. They never went through a 400 years. They didn't come out of nowhere. You see? They supposed to be coming out now, but they already somehow sitting in the land, right? And then it says where? They're sitting in Palestine, right? And what did it say that God would give them? It said, unto thy seed Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt, which is the Nile River, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. If you look at the coordinates on the map, the river between the river Euphrates, which is now river, and the great river, the river Euphrates, is Arabia. Is Great Arabia. So this is another indication that they are sitting in the wrong place. They're sitting on the wrong land. They're supposed to be sitting in Great Arabia, but they're sitting in little old Palestine. And what does it say about Palestine? What does it say about Jerusalem? Because that's where they are. See, it says, when you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. So who controls Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel. Meaning that they're going to be destroyed, not redeemed or punished, but destroyed. That proves that they are not the true seed of Abraham, because it says once God's put them in their land, they are not to be uprooted or removed. You see? So that's another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be uprooted and removed, which is going to be a sign that they are Satan. You see? It's going to be a sign that they're Satan. And what did God say himself? Oh, yeah, hold on. Right, this is the destruction of them. This is the destruction of false Israel. When you see them surrounded by armies, know that their destruction is near. This is their destruction. The configuration of this, this is the configuration of the book. If you check the 7 churches out, you got the first church, second church, third church, fourth church, fifth church, sixth church, seventh church. This configuration is when false Israel goes under siege, and the fall of America is down here. This is when America, right, this is the fall of America. When the apocalypse, or Armageddon, right, this is when Armageddon, this is what triggers these things, brothers and sisters, that we've been speaking about. This is when, right, this is what triggers the actions, or the European war. It's a European war. Armageddon is going to be, right. Once this happens, once false Israel is destroyed, it's going to trigger Armageddon, which is a European war. But we're not worried about that right now, brothers and sisters. We worry about false Israel being destroyed, because that's when it says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. You see, and this is God's word. It's not, they're not supposed to be uprooted or removed, or that means that's an abomination. That's an abomination. It means it's not supposed to happen, because it says that they would be in the land, right? It says that they would be, right, that once they give them their land, they were not to be removed. but they indeed are. So it says, which indicates that they're not who they claim to be, and that's Satan. And what did Jesus say? What did God say himself? He said, Satan, the one saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. There's Satan. And he said, the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. See? So this is his word. The word says that there's Satan. And this action is going to prove that they are indeed Satan. That once they get destroyed and removed out of that land, they are indeed Satan. Because if they were indeed the true seed of Abraham, they would still be there, and their enemies would be destroyed. You understand? Or they would be getting moved into Great Arabia. You see? And they would fit the description of the Abrahamic covenant, which they do not fit the description of. So, another thing, brothers and sisters, is when they get destroyed, that's going to trigger the attack of all blacks. So this is the importance of this information, is getting this information to you, and explaining the seriousness of this event, because once they lose that war versus Iran, once they are defeated in the Middle East, or once they're defeated, all hell's going to break loose, because that's going to change everything here. That's going to change everything in America. And our people here aren't prepared, because they don't know that they're going to be attacked. They don't know that they're going to be on the dinner table. They don't realize that false Israel being destroyed means that you're the true seed of Abraham. But these devils do. And remember, we talked about the mental balance and that idea of keeping them stable, So once that's destroyed, they're going to go nuts. They're going to go insane. They're going to lose their minds, and they're going to have to try to regain that ideology, that idea back, and they'll have to attack you to gain it back, to destroy you, to reestablish their mental balance. So on top of that, they're not going to have any food, electricity, oil, any of that, because they lost control of the Middle East. You see, they're not going to have access to the oil anymore. And this is an industrial complex which solely depends on oil, and the rest of the oil they do have here, or the rest of the oil they do have, they're going to give it to Britain, because Britain's going to gear for war to go to China. They're going to gear for war for China, and we know how that ends. That doesn't end well for them, So they're going to lose that war. But America's going to go through all the famine and all these things, and not gonna have any food, any water, any gasoline, any food in the grocery stores, heat, none of those things. All the things you're used to, nothing. It's gonna be unprecedented time. It's gonna be a time of intense darkness, and these people are gonna attack you. So that's the importance. And it says flee. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that destruction is near, and it tells you to flee. It tells you to flee. Get out of there. Get out of the suburbs. Get into the inner cities. Get where your people is, because we're going to rise up as a great army. And it said that Pharaoh, he told Pharaoh to let his people, God told Pharaoh to let his people go, and he wouldn't. And so he hit him with 9 plagues. And he said the last one would push us all out together. So if you want any chance of survival, you got to get out of the suburbs and get into the inner cities and gather up with your people, because your life is going to depend on it. These people are going to kill you. These devils are going to kill you. Your neighbor, whoever you're sleeping with, if they're a devil, and the people you're surrounded by are going to kill you. That's why you got to get away from them, because they're going to attack all blacks, and they're going to be hungry, and you're still 3/5 of a human, and you still classify as an animal, and they're not going to have any food. So who do you think is going to be on the dinner table? So it says flee. So this is the importance of this message, to understand that you are on the menu, and they're going to kill you. And you seen what they done to you during the Holocaust, during our 400 years here, and they had everything. So imagine what they're going to do when they have nothing, and they find out that you're destined for greatness, and you're on your way to promised land. And the enemies who they hate the most have to have everything, and they have to have nothing, and their backs against the wall, and their fate is judgment. And you're part of that. And I mean, deeper than part of that, you are the personification of their judgment. Meaning you're going to do what was done to, you're going to do to them as was done to you. You're going to do it. So they find out they got to get rid of you, because you're their judgment. You see? So brothers and sisters, we have to be aware that our enemies are plotting our destruction, and they're going to come kill you, because you have second claim of being the true seed of Abraham, which is their destruction. Once they find out that false Israel, Satan is exposed and destroyed, they're going to be exposed too, because they were hiding behind that mask, which is broken now, and it's completely destroyed, and it's gone. And now everyone knows that they're hideous monsters and beasts who tortured and tormented God's people for 400 years, and now you remember, and now it's time to do unto them what was done to us. And now it's time to move in that direction and get out of here and prepare ourselves to go home, because we completed our mission. We're just that close to the finish line, and it's time to go home, brothers. It's time to prepare yourself to go home. It's time to get yourself in alignment with who you are, and get a grip of this knowledge, and get a grip of your nature, and get this protection. And it's time to fight the enemy. It's time to go to war, brothers, and avenge our nation and our black women, and put them back at the pedestal, on the top of the pedestal where they belong, never to be touched again. It's time to go to war. And you realize that now, you remember that these people tormented and tortured you. And now it's time to turn the fire up on their ass. It said wrath, vengeance. It said that we came here, we didn't come here to hold hands. We came here to kick ass. And that's what they're going to do to you. They're going to try to take you out. And the thing is, they deserve it. You see, you don't. Because they did all these things to you. And what you do? Nothing. You brought them into existence. You gave them life. You said, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So they're gonna find out when we're done with them. No, everyone's going to find out that no one messes with the black man and woman of America. That no one messes with us. You see, here, when we ones went through all of this process for the sake of everybody. And they're going to find out about us when we're on our way out. We're on our way out, and we're going to come. We still got more things to do, brothers. But brothers and sisters, this information is important. Your life depends on it. So know that these people are your enemies, and they're here to destroy you and take you out of existence. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me today. Assalamu alaikum.